So, who is the most difficult person to stay married to? Please listen, listen, listen. The most difficult person to stay married to is the person that always believes they are right. They have no room for correction. They don't have any room to learn. They are not even accountable to anybody towards the wrong stuff that they do. That's the most difficult person to stay married to. Don't waste your time, because you can't correct that person. You can't tell them anything that will benefit from benefit. They are controlling, they are very abusive, and they are straight talkers without reasoning, without premeditating. Well, they don't have any form of consideration when they are talking. And if you are married to a person who is always right in their own mind, never takes accountability of anything that they do, and they make themselves a victim, you are going to divorce that person whether you like it or not, because that relationship becomes very unbearable. And I know a lot of maybe believers who sit down and say the only reason you can divorce is because the God doesn't permit it. No, no, no. It's not everybody that is a believer, and those things call for abuse. Yes, when you are married to such a person, you will live a life that is lonely, unsupported. You always be wrong. You always be shown your errors. You are the one that has to change. You are the one that has to behave better. You are the one that has to do better, and you are the one that always cause the family to fail. When you meet such a person, they are the angel in disguise, always perfect. Such type of people make themselves victims when they create problems. When you are married to such people, you are destined to divorce. It's just the date that you'll be waiting for. So before you actually think about marriage, focus on if the person is teachable. Can that person learn? Whom do they account to? Where are they from? How does their family look like? Can they accept that they are wrong? Can they reach a place where they can say, I'm sorry, I've done wrong? Check all those. If that person cannot produce all these attributes, you are looking at a marriage that will fail, that will end up in divorce. Even if the marriage goes from January to December, you are looking at a relationship that is just waiting for a date to go in for divorce. So take this advice seriously. So that is why it's not everybody on the planet that is teachable. It's not everybody on this planet that can say, I'm sorry. It's not everybody on the planet that knows how to treat other people well. Sometimes, before you get married, you need to check these characteristics and these attributes, because there are people who are stuck in marriages because they have a different idea. Simply because they are married to somebody, they like to feel protected to the wrong marriage, and especially somebody whom you cannot even give any direction to the person. That is wrong. And today, when you ask, the partner, can we go out for counseling? They'll say, why should I even open up to another man? So, or they will claim that person too has his or her own problems, and I can't expose my problems to them. So that person is running marriage by assumption. It's a dangerous place to be in, because that is why there are so many forms of abuses that always lead to the end. They lead to the end of someone's life. So in this situation, you are just a statistic and you are bound to separate. Be very careful. Marriage, it's well understood that when you get married to the right person, you have gotten married to the world. When you get married to the wrong person, it can lead you to any negative circumstances, especially abuse, and people end up dying. So you have to be very careful. And another aspect of marriage is mother-in-laws they hardly respect their children's marriages. They come into the marriages and then they destroy those marriages left and right without even thinking twice. And the greatest warning I will give every couple is that don't bring your in-law, don't bring your in-law to stay permanently in your marriage. They can visit but leave, because so we are not really talking about everybody. That's a general phenomenon, general criteria. A general characteristics of what statistics have shown in these years. So the conclusion in this message is that do not get married to the wrong person or somebody